Welcome, guys. Welcome back to of the Link channel. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, please do well to subscribe, share, like, follow, and give a big, huge thumbs up. Okay, thank you. Today we are talking about affective domain of learning. In my previous video, please go check it out. Cognitive domain of learning. There are three main domains of learning. They are cognitive domain of learning, affective, and psychomotor. So the other one, please just try and go and check out my video. It's about cognitive. So today we are talking about affective domain. And why I'm doing it, I don't want my video to be that long to bore you. So I try to courage so that you enjoy yourself while watching my video. So what do you mean by when we talk about the other learning domain that is affective? Affective domain of learning has to do with emotions, feelings. In before now, schools don't really care about this emotional part of learning, how children feel while teaching them. So this is all about the feelings, the emotion of in learning. So affective domain of learning. When you come to affective domain of learning, is divided into five places: receiving, responding, valuing, organization, and characterization of the values. So, what do we talk about receiving? Okay, these aspects, remember, we're talking about affective domain of learning. When it comes to receiving, in class, a teacher comes in, steps into the class. The children know they are really aware that okay, teacher has stepped into the class. The next thing for them is to be able to stay calm. When a teacher, there'll be a noisy class and a teacher steps in, what happens? The children, everybody stays calm. Another one is for them to be able to listen, the ability to listen. So these are values under this emotional, this affective domain. When are they able to listen? So when you come to affective domain of learning, now that we've talked about receiving, the first one is receiving. So let's go to responding. This is another aspect for a teacher to be able to know that the learners are actually assimilating whatever that she is teaching. You can see, just check it out now and know if it's true. Most of the times, if you've actually taught, you see that kids, most of the times when you're teaching them and they feel that they know everything, they will be raising up their hands that they want to answer even when you don't want them to answer. So response means how the children are able to, the learners are able to assimilate, to be able to respond, to apply it, to be able, most of the time they can even draw skeletal system or something and they will tell them come and label it. So for the kids to be able to respond means what? That they are in line with this stage of affective domain of learning. What is the next one under affective domain of learning? We are talking about valuing. What is this valuing? Valuing is when learners learn to accept the cultural differences between their classmates. When they are able to know, okay, these people, the cultural value is different. This is how we greet when teachers come into the class. This is how we greet. This is how we do a thing. For a learner to be able to know, this person loves this pen, but you love this pen. So it's not a problem for them to value people's culture, for them to accept how people are, for them to accept that people have different behavioral patterns. So the next one we are talking about is organization. Do you know, first time when my daughter got an award, the best organized, I was like, what is it? I was not really an educator then. So I was like, what's the award for organization? I don't even know it's under the affective domain of learning. What is this organization? Organization is defined as bringing different values. When you bring in different value, e.g., what is it? How, like, you you be like, why is your child receiving most organized, like how I thought? So in this organization is bringing people's value, like bringing different values together, how the preference of this child for the classmate, for their classmate to be able to know, okay, this is somebody's preference, this is how I like to keep my book, just leave it for me. So this is organization for them to know, okay, this is the preference of this person, this is the behavioral pattern of this person, for them to be able to know that we don't have to interfere with how someone is. So when you talk about the last one, remember in this it comes from the least to the complex. So the last one under affective domain is talking about characterization. What is characterization by value? When all these things are put in place for a child to be able to be independent, self-reliance while working on his work, while doing assignment, while doing his classwork, for a child to value how other people are. You don't know how people are, just value, okay, this is how this person is, this is the cultural differences between value, the behavioral aspect, this is how this other person is. So thank you for stopping by. Please do subscribe, share. So in this, I call this affective part of learning a no nonsense aspect of learning. You know, it's all these affective aspect of learning that brought about non-bullying in school. Before, you can agree that the kind of punishment that they give to children is something that is out of the world. But now you know that they have a lot of ways to, give punishment that will not even affect the self-esteem, that will not affect the self-confidence of learners. So this affective domain is really good that educators are now inculcating it, putting it in day-to-day work. Okay, thank you and God bless you. Please do well to watch my other video, cognitive domain of learning. I will bring the other one, that is the psychomotor domain of learning, in my next video. Thank you.